We'll stay with that story now then, with the organisers of the Wimbledon Tennis Championship announcing that Russian and Belarusian athletes will be allowed to compete this summer, but as neutral competitors. We're joined now by our reporter, Russell Fuller, who's at Wimbledon for us today. Russell, tell us what they've decided.
They have decided that the players from Russia and from Belarus will be able to compete alongside everybody else in the way that they are able to at the other Grand Slam tournaments, at the Australian Open, the French Open and the US Open, assuming that these players accept that they will be under a neutral flag. They're also going to have to sign a personal declaration which will say that they do not support the war. They will not show their support for the war. They are not receiving state funding to be able to play. And that, for the All England club, is the fundamental difference 12 months on. They're not saying to any extent that the situation in Ukraine has improved at all, but they are saying that they feel that these personal declarations that the players will make are now viable and enforceable. They do also point to the effect on British tennis of continuing the ban. There's a financial element to that, and also the fact that they have called into question the entire viability of the British grass court summer season, given the threats to the various tournaments that take place by the tours, who are so unhappy with the decision made last summer to ban Russians and Belarusians.
What's the likely reaction going to be from other players?
Well, the players are going to be very broadly in support of this, because they were always uneasy with the concept that players could be banned because of the actions of their government. They were uneasy, as they saw it, with players being banned on the basis of nationality. The tours called that discrimination. They can absolutely understand the circumstances and the terrible events in Ukraine over the past 12 months, but they will be broadly relieved that the rule is changing for 2023. Where, of course, it will not be at all well received is within the Ukrainian player group. There are many of them that feel that Russians and Belarusians should not be allowed to play tennis, full stop, not just at Wimbledon and on the grass courts of the UK. And there have been a couple of players who've been quite vocal in the last few days. One of them, Lesia Tsurenko, has spoken about a panic attack she said she had before playing Arina Sabalenka of Belarus at a tournament in Indian Wells in California earlier this month. She's also talked about an ethical conflict every time a Ukrainian has to come up on the match court against somebody from Russia or Belarus.
Russell, for the moment, thank you very much. Russell Fuller from Wimbledon.
गोरी ना चाल्या कर या चटक मटक तू चाल गोरी रे तू चाल्या कर ना चाल्या कर या चटक मटक या चाल रंड्या का जूत बाजे कोई पूछेगा तेरा हाल रंड्या का जूत बाजे कोई पूछेगा तेरा हाल गोरी रे तू चाल्या कर ना चाल्या कर या चटक मटक या चाल साज की बन रानी और छोड़ दे सारे ख्याल साज की बन रानी और छोड़ दे सारे ख्याल गोरी रे तू चाल्या कर ना चाल्या कर या चटक